Hey, how's it going, YouTube friends? It's me, your one furry boy, Never, and you're watching The Never Show. Yes, the only show with lemon-scented limes, lest I forget, and the only show with a supernatural, super awesome third eye. And remember, kids, the buttons go on your forehead. No angry letters from parents, please. Don't want to be sued. Sitting on a chair from a dumpster. And it's Wednesday again, my friends, and that means we review the movies. But before we get started, I'd like to thank you all for being my YouTube friends. I know I say this every week, but I really do mean it. And I don't want you to forget it. That's why I say it every week. Thank you. And I'd also like to thank you all for subscribing to PewDiePie. I know the numbers were going off, and then he releases the fire track.
Congratulations.
And we're back in the hunt again. You thought it was over. Oh, no, 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 good sir. It is still on like Donkey Kong. And I don't know why I just said that, but I thought it was going to sound hilarious. Now saying it and hearing it coming out of my mouth, oh my gosh. So without any further digression, let's get right into that film, shall we? And today's movie is Dumbo. It is a PG movie. It is an hour and 52 minutes, which does not satisfy my number OCD thingy. It is an adventure, family, fantasy, and heavy on the fantasy here. Our director was Tim Burton. The original story was written by Helen Aberson and what do you call it? Scratched head. Illustrated by Harold Pearl. The screenplay was written by Ehren Kruger, and I have mixed feelings about him writing things. He writes horror and drama and not children's movies. He's the guy behind Michael Bay's Transformers, and we all know how I feel about that. And he wrote Ghost in the Shell, which I liked, but wasn't that great, you know? It's, one of those things. I don't know what really went wrong here, but something has gone wrong and is rotten in that place.
Ding.
That's supposed to smell bad when things go bad. Our cast's first build only because you don't want to listen to me read names all day, and we're going to keep it short and sweet. Colin Farrell, I like him. He's a wonderful actor. Michael Keaton, I do worry because there's supposedly another Beetlejuice in the works. And Keaton seems more and more deranged and easily off the mark. Even more and more so now. And I'd love to see him do something serious where he's not a villain before we see another Beetlejuice movie, just to be honest with you. Danny DeVito, always a consummate actor. Love him. Eva Green, I really loved her. She's quite the consummate actor. Nicole Parker as Millie Ferrier and Finley Hobbs as Millie Ferrier. And the way Colin Farrell and these kids match up, I don't know what they did to do to cast this, but the casting director deserves a round of applause. They even got the Let's Get Ready to Rumble guy, Michael Buffer, involved in this. And I'm sorry to say it. And it's frustrating to have such a great cast with such a mediocre movie. Our production companies were Walt Disney Pictures, Tim Burton Productions, Infinite Detective, which is a part of Tim Burton Productions, Secret Machine Entertainment, which is also a part of Tim Burton Productions, and MPC, our distributor here in the good old United States of America. God bless America, land that I love, is Walt Disney Pictures.
His moving pictures company, Frame Store, Rise Visual Effects, Rising Sun Pictures, Rodeo VFX, Double Negative, and Haley Williams.
A lot of good names there, highly recognizable, but none that really stand out as great in the world of special effects to me. My thoughts on the film. I don't understand what happened between Tim Burton and the writer. I feel like there's some great moments here, and then there's a lot of side stories that don't make sense and somehow don't pull the trigger on everything. And it's frustrating. And Danny DeVito is a great actor, but when he's at the end of the movie breaking the fourth wall and telling you a little story to try to fill out that last 15, 20 minutes of the movie, I don't know what to say. It's kind of frustrating. I actually miss the dark and sad 1941 version of Dumbo now. The magic was definitely left in the vault for this one. And as they say in the movie, the moon is made of magic dust. Yeah, they should have definitely broken out the moon for this one. What more can I say? It's a 6.7 on IMDb. It is a 48% on Rotten Tomatoes. I do want to see what CinemaSins thinks, just because if I'm not happy, then obviously something is missing, something is wrong. And I did ADD quite heavily in this film. I wanted something more from this. I was very excited to see, wanting to see this. And then I sit down to see it, and it's just not what I was looking for. I was really looking for something more spectacular from Disney, just to be honest, and I feel very let down. My thoughts on the subject. So let's take it for what it is. I definitely see this as a TV watch just because I want to see it again, but I don't want to see it in theaters, and you know it's going to end up on TV sooner or later. I'm definitely going to pass on a DVD buy unless Tim Burton goes, whoops, there's a director's cut. And then maybe I will buy, but only if the criteria is met that there's extra footage and all sorts of good stuff and not just the standard film. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pass on another theater rewatch. I wanted to see a good kids movie, and this isn't a good kids movie, and it's been a real letdown with films lately. I don't know what's happening, and this puts some fear into me that Disney's now live-action version of Aladdin is coming, and oh gosh, if this is what we have to look for from live action films from Disney, then I'm really nervous about seeing Aladdin. Just to be honest with you. And with all that said, if you like what you see in here, make sure you click that like button. It means absolutely nothing. YouTube doesn't even realize that I have a like button anymore. And if it does work, please click it. And remember, all comments are 100% guaranteed response. Tell me your realities, your fan fictions, your tales of ennui, your tales of yay. Tell me if you like this movie and why, because I'd really like to know your answer. And you know I have to ask. I have an Amazon, I have a Patreon, and it is not without your donations that keeps this channel going. I don't know how I do it without you. You don't realize how little I have to do so much. Thank you so much for your donations and supporting that American dream. And with all that said, for the final time in this movie review, if you want to see more of this nonsense, make sure you click on that subscribe button and that little bell icon. Whether it works or not, I don't know. YouTube.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
And I will see you all in the next movie review. Bye!